Hey everyone, Cynics here, and I have something a bit different today. It's not the normal art tutorial thing, but it is somewhat art related. So if you ever watched my About Cynics video that I made a long time ago, one of the things in it was a little tiny level I had made for a game called Knit Stories. Now this game came out in 2007. It's a freeware game by Nifless. The exciting thing about it was it lets you basically create levels as much as you wanted. It let you import your own graphics, own sound. It was just like a little game engine to play around with. I made this little tile set and some beginnings of a little level. Well, that was kind of it, and I forgot about it. Well, fast forward over a decade, and I got an email earlier this year from a guy named Tim who goes by Ego Massive online, and he is a Knit Stories enthusiast. He makes some fun levels and awesome stuff for it, and he said he had found my old level and he wanted to finish it. Well, this was certainly unexpected, and it took me on a bit of a nostalgia trip back to those old days, and I couldn't resist. He did a ton of the work and really picked up where I left off and made it just amazing. So it's a free thing. Obviously, Nifless put out a freeware game. I put out a free level along with Tim. And you know, it's a free thing to share. So there will be plenty of links if you want to try it out and download it. You should know the whole game, this level itself, only takes about 15, 20, maybe 30, maybe an hour to complete. And it's not too big of a download. So, you know, if you want to try it out, it's fun. If you want to try to beat my time, I'll try to see who can do the best in the comments or something. I don't know. We'll just have a little bit of fun with it. But before we get to the game, I do have a bit of art for you guys because, like I said, when Tim contacted me, he said, hey, I'd like another piece of art to go in the game. You had the original title screen, which was just a quick black and white sketch of a girl. It'd be cool if there was like a midway scene with the girl interacting with another person. So you can see here, I did a quick little mock-up of what the illustration could look like, just so you get a feel for the process. Mainly just planning out the general poses. I had an idea that I wanted them to be sitting at like a short little table or something in like just a little small room filled with knickknacks and maybe treasures and just general things. So that was the premise. I just had to play around with poses, arrange the characters in this little interesting aspect ratio we have. And that's pretty much it. I did a quick color and lighting pass off screen, which was very simple. I barely spent any time on it. I made all the kind of shadow colors, just like a very dim lit, very, very rough with the colors. But to make it look extra pretty and presentable, I went over it with a nice little mapped out lighting scheme. And you can see how just adding that little bit of glow and light to everything just makes it feel really warm and fun. So that was the piece of art I made, and of course, once I saw that, I was like, I can't leave this black and white image as the starting screen, so let's color that and make it match as well. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to show off a little of the game. It's a little hard, it's a little difficult. I'll probably just play it for a few minutes though, embarrass myself horribly. Alright, so hopefully the sound levels are alright. This is what Knit Stories looks like. You might have to install the level, or I'm just going to try to make it so you can just play it directly when you load up the thing. So you can click play here. This is the map we made. It's called Island of Mimir. It's pretty fun. So you can see there, Cynics and Ego Massive. Without further ado, let's see how it goes if I try to play this thing. Yeah, let's start from fresh, just a new game. There we go. So there's a little bit of story. There was a big storm. It knocked out some of the stuff on the island, so we just gotta go make sure our friend is all right. The game's pretty simple. Control-wise, you can just use your keyboard, arrows to move the character around. You can jump with the S key. It's a little strange, but don't worry. It's pretty comfy once you get used to it. So this is our home, Junie's home. I loved making this tile set, by the way. Each of these is just like a tiny little tile, and you can rearrange them in so many different ways to get a lot of different little villagey hut looking things, and you'll be seeing those throughout here. So here's some examples. So the same tile set just being repurposed to make all of these little buildings, and this is Mimir. This is Mimir Village. Okay, I'll stop talking too much, but a little bit of artist commentary. So my When I made this tile set, obviously the visuals are very different from how the game originally looks. And I really just wanted to kind of have this almost abstract, very naturey foliage. So it gets a little bit messy because the tile sets are limited, and I'm doing a lot with some very limited tile sets. So you get some weird stuff in the trees and in the grass and in the mountains. But overall, I think it works pretty well. So these are save points. You can press down and save your game. Pretty useful. Don't worry, you'll be dying a lot. So there we go, using the same tile sets, doing all this stuff. Yeah, a couple scenes where they just have a bunch of rocks or a bunch of grass, they can look a little rough, but I think overall the abstraction of it is fun. So here's our first major hurdle. The bridge is out. The storm has knocked the bridge out. In this game, you can just climb up walls, so that'll make it very easy. We can see what's down here. Yeah, there we go. So there's a rock there. We can jump to that rock. I'll try to jump across. I think I'll take it the easiest way and just jump from here, because I know we can make it. It's a little tricky to land on that little rock. The controls in this game are very responsive and very speedy. So you'll be running off, like, just off the edge of things and killing yourself a lot. There's a little hut down here. It says to keep out, so we will, but we gotta figure out how to get across, so we're gonna keep going forward. Oops, and there you go. I jumped right into the water before I could get to the checkpoint. That's just okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll move on. Pretend that never happened. I'll just yeah, just edit that out. Okay, there we go. So we have a little cave here. Very important to always save your game. And this is where the game difficulty just starts to ramp up like crazy. So I'll do the best I can. You can kind of jump up cliffs and stuff. But a lot of the enemies in this game are random. They're like RNG, just crazy. This thing's just spitting out stuff at any random direction. So you can try to, if you're very good, just use your reactions to get through. Chances are you'll die a bunch though. But you can kind of also just hope for the best and just run through. Oop, I picked the worst time. I was gonna try to demonstrate and it didn't work. Ugh, this is gonna go horribly wrong. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you gotta beat a couple things with no checkpoint, so we'll do our best. Just slide down here, jump across. There's like a little, that little bit of vine hanging, that'll kind of mess you up. Sometimes you can use them though, for your advantage. All right, so we got this guy shooting stuff wildly. That red-looking, red-eyed evil guy over there. Also, we don't want to get near him. He'll try to kill us. But let's see if we can just jump through this. Okay, let's go. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. So we're getting deeper and deeper into the cave. It's getting trickier and trickier, but we got save points. It reloads fast. Even if we die, we'll be fine. Ah, that was a quick one. Oh, okay. It's okay, I can beat it. I trust me. For the record, this is all part of the game that I made back in like 2008, or it might have been 2007, honestly. Just right somewhere back then. So all this early stuff, this is all the stuff I made. This is, these jumps are, okay, we got the double jump. That is the main power-up we're gonna need to get further in this game. So now we can jump and jump again. Delightful, I know. All right, something I've been very quiet about, and for good reason, because if you do decide to play through this game, you should know that there's a lot of secrets. Where are all those secrets? They might be tricky, but just know that there are a lot of secret paths and areas. I know it doesn't seem like it. Hey, we came out from the building. But trust me, they're sneaky. They're very sneaky in this game. All right. Whoa. Okay. Make me nervous. So now that we have our double jump, we have enough power to get across this gap. Just barely. Just barely made it. So this is about the extent of what I made for the game. all of that stuff using those tiles. And this is where we get into uncharted territory, because everything from here on out, this was made by Tim, and it is delightful. He has a lot of experience making stuff, and he did a good job of basically continuing the same feeling and difficulty and look that I was going for. So we get some outside challenges now. Oh, jeez. These things, sometimes they just shoot off in wild directions. Alright. Sometimes it's best to just be fast. That's my approach. Skip those things. I don't want anything to hit. If you see something that you are not sure of, just try not to touch it. It's probably gonna hurt you in some way. Alright, let's go. That was a mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Okay, so those guys have little orangey spikes. It's fine. We can beat them. I believe. Ooh, that was close. Oh no. Well, sadly, the bridge is out yet again. Another bridge out. Unfortunately, our double jump will not make it this time. So, looks like we can just go down here, though. Into yet another challenging cave. So, there's a lot of implied lore going on in this island, just so you know. This island of Mimir. All kinds of interesting things. Avoid the creepy crawlies if you can. Alright. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. So they're sneaky. They're hiding in the dark. There's that little guy jumping around on the platform. Thought I had it. What I mean, start way through or not. Trust me. I thought. Okay. Gamer rage incoming. You can hear my keyboard presses getting louder. Okay, great. Where's the save point? Let me save this. Did I miss it? I'm a little nervous. Okay. I do like... I like how this game, it's like... It does make you weirdly nervous, but yet also very engaged in the atmosphere. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. That was a tricky one. Alright. Looks like we're at the end of this little tunnel. Okay. Luckily we can use our... or mess up. We can use our double jump as we're falling to kind of, you know, get between these vines. Or not, because my reaction times are that of an old man, apparently. Shouldn't be that hard. Drop and jump. Drop and jump. Okay, there we go. Hey, we made it. So I don't remember if there's anything over here. Not yet. We definitely can't jump across that. Alright. And there we go. Love that happy little music. The music and just atmosphere. This thing doesn't look deadly. Good, you're a good little boy. Alright, good boy. Hey, we made it! This is our friend's house. So you know what the right thing is to do? Just jump off the cliff, see what happens. Nothing. Alright, let's just go inside. So there's the little piece of art we made. So we got a little bit of story. Luckily our friend is okay. There's some kind of, in my mind, they're like a little archaeologist that's been researching the island. You may see some various Easter eggs in the background. Those in the know will identify at least 3 specific Easter eggs in the background. Anyway, you can find them on your own time. All right, and this is what I really love, because, you know, I didn't plan this stuff out. Tim did this amazing thing where you first play through during the day, and then you have to take a different route back. But you play through it at night, and it just feels so atmospheric and lovely. We also got the umbrella. So if you press D, you can put out your umbrella. And potentially, that gives you all sorts of new mobility. So let's see, anything down here? Well, I don't know. Potentially, I bet there's some secrets if we go far enough out. But can we make it that far? Maybe not from down here. But I bet if we were to make it further, there would probably be something hidden out there. Anyway, I'm not going to play through the whole game for you guys because obviously this is halfway through. You only got halfway left. But just be warned, it gets trickier and trickier. More difficult for sure. Infamously, I played through this on my stream when I first got a copy. And I died endlessly at one specific part coming up, which, to be fair, he did make easier. Just gonna throw that out there. There is one part that was super difficult, but he made it just a little bit easier. So, you know, if you beat this game within 30 minutes, let it be known that it's slightly easier than it was when I played it first. But yeah, you start getting into this very tricky to pass by stuff. Yeah, you can figure out how to use your tools to get by all of these obstacles in the most effective way. But that's it. That's all I'm going to show for now. I did want to mention a couple things before ending this video. This is Egomassive's page, egomassive.com. He has a link to this file as well as all the stuff you need, you know, requires knit stories to play, all that stuff. But also just a great resource for all sorts, a resource for all sorts of other projects and things, little other things. So check it out if you're into indie games especially. I am also just posting a full-on zip download that was like ready to play. If you just download this, you can just open it up and play it right away. And that's hosted for free for everyone on my Patreon. You don't have to be a patron member. It's just hosted for free. It's like 100 megabytes, maybe 90 something. And that includes all of Knit Stories Plus, and our level. It's like an all-in-one little download that you can just download and start playing. Mainly for Windows. I guess I don't know what the situation is for Apple. Sorry, Apple people. Maybe there's a way to play. All right, well, thank you all so much for watching this little presentation. Check out the game if you want. It's free. I'll be back. I'm working on a new art video already, so that should be up sometime later on, probably in a week or so. But in the meantime, yeah, play this game, see if you like it. Let me know in the comments below if you find the secrets. Biggest thanks, of course, to Tim, who made this all happen. See you, everyone.